Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tommy, and in today's video I will reveal my top 10 nature combinations. That means vegetation and textures and rocks and all that jazz for Jurassic World Evolution 2 to make your enclosures a little different each time that you build a new park. This goes along with the series of videos that I made for each biome. I made a series of videos, 1 biome, 6 different enclosures. If you like, you can check that out. I will put the link to the playlist in the description of this video. But in today's video, I will be counting like top 10 enclosures. Outside of those, some will be new, some will be like revisited from my old videos, and it should give you like a brief summary of the things that you can do across all of the biomes in the game. So without any further ado, let's get right to it. So the first one is the dirty snow plus water plus forest plus taiga rocks in the alpine biome. This is a new build that I haven't showcased in any of my previous videos, and I decided to include it here because I really do love the aquamarine color that the dirty snow gives the water when you put it in the water, and it really looks so very nice. And in a combination with a very thick dense forest, it looks like a forest lake, and it's inspired by my Jurassic Labyrinth build. And since there was an Indoraptor, there were actually 2 Indoraptors in that build, I'll be putting an Indoraptor over here as well, and he should come in any second, I don't know. And I'm putting down some shrubs, and this is the finished product. This is the Indoraptor forest lake somewhere deep in the woods. I just love the color of the water, and that's why it's at number 10 in my list. At number 9, we have the redwoods plus calamities plus taiga rocks plus a little bit of a rock texture in the temperate biome, in the temperate environment. I love to mix the environment and to try to find ways of how to use different trees and different foliage types to create an illusion of a different biome within a biome. And this is one of those things that makes it possible with the alpine trees, with redwood trees. Oh my god. See, I'm forgetting again. The redwood trees and the calamities, and of course we'll be putting down the taiga rocks in it, plus some more shrubs. The taiga rocks are really like universal for any biome, and they are a good distinguisher when you want something extra, when you want something different. This is from the 1 biome 6 different enclosures for temperate biome, if you want to watch the video. This is the Triceratops. And this was the part when I was saying that I like to do this a little more hilly. At number 8, we have sand, water, cycads, plants and red rocks in the desert biome. It's the water gardens build that I did for my when I was promoting my Jurassic Park San Diego, because that's where the enclosure or the idea for the enclosure came. It's basically kind of a swamp, because you have all of these plants dipped in the water, and of course we need to have the red rocks when we're in the desert. Of course we can have other rocks when we're in the desert, but the red ones are usually the best. And I try to put the seed plants over the parts where there's no water, and the cycads in the water to distinguish it a little bit. At number 7, we have the rock texture, we have calamities and taiga rocks and shrubs. I love to combine the red shrubs with the calamities. I think the calamities kind of automatically give you the red rocks. I like to put in a little elevation in this kind of enclosure. What you're looking at right now is from 1 Biome 6 different aviaries video, which was part of the 6 different enclosures for one biome series or something. I'm still thinking about creating the one lagoon 6 different enclosures thing. So hopefully that will come around once I gather enough ideas. I already have some of them, so the video, I guess, will be coming pretty soon, hopefully. At number 6, we have grass and sand mixed with seed plants and black rocks to create the illusion of a savanna exhibit or savanna biome or something. And the best biome for this is the tropical biome. I love to use it. I love to put in just a very small amount of elevation and also a rock texture next to the water if you're putting water there or river through it, and then use the seed plants and of course the black rocks, and this is a perfect savanna for you. This was also a video that I did way back. And yeah, this was one of my, it wasn't one of my firsts, but it was one of those first quick tutorials that I did. Number 5 is black rocks texture, mossy grass, black rocks and shrubs in the Biosyn map. This is only possible on the Biosyn map because we have this gorgeous black rock texture, and when you combine it with the moss, this is a new build, by the way. I did this kind of sort of for the Quetzalcoatlus and Dimetrodon in my what was it, the Biosyn Recreation Reserve series, and but those videos were not like focusing on this, so that's why I created a whole new build just dedicated to this video, and we'll be putting Dimetrodon in it. Very important thing to do is to put just a small amount of shrubs and the smallest trees to make it as barren as you possibly can, because then it really feels like a gorge, or yeah, it's a gorge. And these Dimetrodon are really gorge. And I'll stop with the puns, I'm sorry. And number 4 is a wide rock texture, water, wide rocks and seed plants for temperate biome, and it's best used when doing something like this, when doing the cascades, when doing cascading water pools. I also have a video on this, but this is directly taken from my how to create cascades in Jurassic World Evolution 2 video, and it's one of my favorite enclosures that I have ever made. And in combination with the seed plants and these rocks, it looks very pretty. I love the aesthetics of this whole place. It needs to be big when you're doing the cascades. When you're not doing the cascades, it works too. You don't have to do the cascades. I just chose to showcase the enclosure that I really enjoyed building and enjoyed making, and when it was done, I really love the overall aesthetics of this. I really love the seed plants. The seed plants are like very they're plants that you can use whenever you like to create something different. And this is the finished product with the Parasaurolophus, one animal that I really think that fits the overall cascading aesthetic. And yeah, the seed plants look savanna-ish, so that's why I think that they look really good here as well. Number 3 is the red safari with red dirt texture, black and red rocks and seed plants again in the tropical biome. I really enjoy creating this. When I first discovered that you can just like do the whole enclosure with this red dirt and put seed plants there, and it looks freaking amazing, and it's really easy to do, and it creates a whole new vibe for your enclosures. I was exhilarated when I actually discovered this combination, and I'm pretty sure that you will love it too when you see the finished product. This is me putting down the plants, and now you can see it. It's red, and the red is contrasted by the green in the seed plants trees, and it looks tropical and savanna-ish. I like to call it the red safari. At number 2, we have grass and sand textures, white rocks, ginkgo trees, and calamities in the tropical biome to create the illusion of a temperate forest, something that I did for my the Jurassic Gardens. In the Herbivore Valley, you could have seen clips from Jurassic Gardens at the beginning of this video, and if you would like to check the video, you can find it on my channel. I did a whole park tour, and also there's a scenic views video for it too. So this is number 2. I discovered some love for the calamities lately. I usually didn't use them that much, but in this combination with the ginkgo trees, they're, I think, pretty magical, I would say. Magical, wow, that's a word. And Vorhosaurus is a nice herbivore that fits this enclosure very nicely. That was an overuse of the word nice. One thing that I've been known to do. And at number 1, we have the alpine biome and the rock texture, taiga rocks, and red shrubs. Nothing more, nothing less. It's the simplest, I would say, out of all of these enclosures, but for some reason it is my number 1 of the best combinations that you can create in this game, because once I initially did this enclosure for my Yosemite Park, this is a clip from my One Biome 6 different enclosures from the alpine biome, the first video in that series. But when I first initially did it in my Yosemite build, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the concept of it being somewhere, you know, like up in the mountains and very barren, and there's just this lake and minimal amount of shrubs, minimal amount of placeable trees, and you have this beautiful red shrub brush that's contrasting the rock and the lake next to it. I love it. I love the aesthetic of this, and that's why I decided that it should be number 1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This was my top 10 combinations, nature combinations, environment combinations. Okay, that's the word. I wasn't really sure what to call it because it's plants, rock, textures, it's playing with everything, and I hope that this video gave you some inspiration, because it's simply kind of summed up what I've been doing here for the past few months, that I've been always trying to create something new and something different for every single enclosure in my parks. And I think that this video is a culmination of that. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you liked the video, please give me a like, comment, or share with your friends. And if you think that you will like my upcoming content, please do consider subscribing, because there is much more coming. Things like these, for example, as well. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tommy. Have the greatest of the days. Until the next time, bye-bye.